Welcome to the Last Co-op Podcast, your source of all things nerd and pop culture related, all in one place. And this is episode number 40. And after our short holiday break, we are finally back. And we're gonna do like a New Year's episode, but obviously we're a little late to the party for that. But we are still going to somewhat theme this episode around the games that we played all last year, what we're looking forward to the most, and most importantly, the motto for 2025 is New Year, same me. So, I think everyone should adopt the same motto. So, all right. So, first thing is, what were your most played games of 2024?
Let me pull my list.
I was going to say, I know PlayStation did the wrap up thing. And like
that is what I'm going off of.
Yeah. So like mine's not, I mean, I guess mine is technically accurate, but it's not like with NBA 2K, like I would leave that on. And like, if you're leaving it on the game, it continues to like rack up hours. So like I really technically wasn't playing that game as many hours as it said. I did play that game an unhealthy amount of time. Like it's not that I didn't play it, but for me, probably Red Dead Redemption 2 on that quest to platinum the game and all the online hours that I had to put into that.
Hey, you got it.
Definitely up there. And then I guess probably 2K would have to be next, I would assume. And other than that, like there's a bunch of other crap that I played, but I mean, I didn't really consistently play anything other than those two. So, I mean, we ran through the original Red Dead, and I mean, I played Call of Duty, a bunch of just other random stuff, but nothing that had me in the chokehold that NBA 2K and Red Dead had me in. So
I'm running strictly off PlayStation. The kids mainly played the Xbox, so we're going to leave that one off. Nintendo Switch, I probably played 35 minutes, so that one doesn't count either. So top 5 games of 2024 for me. Red Dead Redemption 2 comes in at number 1 with 108 hours clocked. Number 2 was not me. That's Fortnite, 98 hours. Number 3, also not me, Goat Simulator 3 at 88 hours.
I was going to say, I know that's got to be up there on the list because
88 hours for Goat Simulator.
The amount of times that I got on there and I'm like, oh, let's go through my friends list, and I'd see Travis's name and I'd see Goat Simulator. I'm like, it's not Travis.
Yeah, I promise I'm not Pilgore.
Yeah, but it would there was lots of hours that were into that game. So
well, the last 2 were me. Number 4, Show 24 at 88 hours. And number 5 was surprisingly 2K25. I didn't feel like I played it as long as I did, but 54 hours. All strictly my play.
We won't talk about my actual hours that it popped up on.
Yeah, that's a non-disclosed
my stuff. So there might be a hotline for people that like me. So
oh, my most far game played was Fortnite, and I wish I could find the hours right now because I'm at like 166 days over a 7-year period.
Yeah, you sent us something. I can't remember what the timeline was for it.
But I can't find the hour, like the yearly one.
Let me see if I can.
I was curious. I don't know how you look that on Xbox.
It shouldn't have been that long ago, right?
Yeah, what's what
I usually get an email with it or something, but I didn't see one.
Well, I don't remember if when he said it to us, it was the year or what it was.
It was the wrap up.
Yeah, but all right. So, what is your most anticipated game of 2025?
Come on, I'm not even going to answer that question.
I don't want.
Well, it could happen.
Well, that's what I said. Like, I want to say that, but like.
You're just gonna get hurt, man.
Yeah,
don't get hurt.
I'm not setting myself up for
don't do it to yourself.
I mean, obviously, if it comes out, GTA.
That was the most anticipated game in 2023 and 2024.
I it bothers me that they haven't come out with another trailer. Like, I feel like they would just like a trailer can't be that hard to make. Like,
I mean, Super Bowl is right around the corner.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like they should have given us something, up until now to like just be like, hey, just so you guys know, we're on track, like instead of
okay. Well, here's a question: if it doesn't come out, what else is coming out this year?
Wolverine.
That's actually dropping this year. Okay, that's up there for me.
It's supposed to again another game.
I thought that haven't seen much.
Haven't seen. No, there's a brand new one for PlayStation. It's supposed to come out.
Okay, maybe
this year, I guess. But I mean, the graphics look crazy, and so I mean, if it comes out, it should.
Insomniac, the people that do Spider-Man,
possibly. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I mean, that looked really good. So I mean, that's one that hopefully will be out. Marvel Rivals, I can't stop playing it. Like, it's like I loved Overwatch, so like I mean, I guess that probably has something to do with it, but like it's so much fun to play. And like there's people that know nothing about the game and just like Marvel characters that, get on there and play, and like, yeah, we might lose, but like it's still fun, to be able to play. I've got like a considerable amount of time that I have put into that game in the past, I would say 3 weeks, month, something like that. I'd have to double check on the actual hours, but last time I looked, it was like 66 or something like that. So it's
speaking of hours, Jake,
I found quite a lot. So
I found your 2024 Xbox highlight pictures, Jake. Do you want me to release this info?
The Fortnite days.
Was it just for 2024?
Yeah.
I don't know how I found that. Maybe it was the email and I screenshotted it. All right. Go ahead and release it to the world. That way they know how much.
All right. So your total time spent on console was 523 hours. Now, out of that 523 hours, 483 of them were Fortnite. That was your number one game. You were in the top 4% of the game's most active players. So congratulations.
Hey.
So 483. So I only spent 20 days last year. That's it. That makes it sound a little better. Maybe. I don't know. Damn.
I don't know if that sounds better or not. Like whenever I was playing Call of Duty, like my time for a Call of Duty game was 10 days, and I thought that was fucking nuts. And those games come out once a year. So Fortnite is old as shit, and you've still put 20 days into it.
It's
wild,
man. They changed just enough where like it keeps my attention. I play with my wife. I play with my friends. Like we get in and we just fucking.
I will say, okay, so like I'm not gonna say I don't know a lot of people that play Fortnite, but like a lot of people don't play it anymore. So like,
yeah.
Do you play solos?
Occasionally, but mostly it's with other people. I get bored.
Like,
I'll play like one or two, and then I'm done.
So for me, like I cannot bring myself, nor have I ever been able to sit and bring myself to play solos on Fortnite. But like I play duos and like team and all that kind of stuff, and like I get enjoyment from playing with other people. But like if nobody else is on, there will never be a time that you'll get on and be like, oh, Tyler's playing Fortnite by himself. Like that's never gonna happen. Like, if you see you get on and you see Fortnite, it ain't me. So, someone has commandeered my PlayStation and stolen it, and I no longer have it. So
yeah, it holds for me, man. Sometimes I wish I didn't play it anymore, just so like I would be more diverse and play other games, but it just it's something to get on, and we do well. So like if I wasn't doing well, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
And at the
beginning of the season, you played Indiana Jones.
Hey, I'd like to see the time played on that. I've been playing that the last 2 days, more so. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm going through and trying to get everything before I get to the last mission. So
I think it's absolutely hilarious that both of you all were playing through this game, and neither one of you all, being the ages that you are and playing as many video games as you have, ever thought there's a character progression part of Indiana Jones where you can upgrade his ass to do something too. Like I'm getting text messages and being like, "Oh look, I can upgrade some shit. He could be better." And then he's over here and he's like, "Wait, there's fast travel. I don't have to walk across the entire map." And I'm like,
"Oh, dude,
how do you all not know this?" It's just like this is just like gaming fundamentals at this point.
I was too far in when I found out.
Yeah, and then Travis said, Travis said, "Yeah, I never upgraded Indiana Jones. He was just base Indiana Jones throughout the entire game." I was like, I'm sure that was a miserable experience, but
man, it took forever to take like just those simple people at the beginning, just to like you're punching them out, and it took forever without having any upgrades. And I made it through like 3/4 of the game, and I was like, oh, this happens. And then I'm going back to that main, like that beginning part, and it's like it took me like 7 hits to knock somebody out. Now it takes 3, and I'm like, wish I would have known this early on.
Okay, so hang on. I have a question. When you can you upgrade your like stamina?
Yeah. So you can change like your health bars.
I could only throw like 2 punches and I'm done.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's
fully maxed
now. Oh man.
All right, so WWE is now officially on Netflix. Not all of it. Raw is on Netflix, and all of the backlog of stuff, I guess, is coming eventually. It was, what's today? Thursday, and it was on Monday. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it like after, it had already been on there. Which, if it's anything like what was the boxing fight? Oh, if anything like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, the rewatch is just literally they just took the blurry bullshit that you saw already and then gave it to you later. Like it wasn't improved. So I don't know if that's changed or not. So the picture quality looked good. I didn't have any problems with it. Everything seemed to work. They didn't go nuts with it. Like, there's cursing and stuff now, which obviously is new. The new favorite word of the WWE is dumbass. Apparently dumbass is widely accepted in the wrestling world and on Netflix. But fuck is not. You can't say that because they bleep that out. But yeah, bullshit. And just a couple other things they said, like those are free reign now. They brought out a ton of like superstars and like older people. So like obviously they can't keep that up.
No, it's gonna taper off.
There ain't enough people. If you got they had The Rock. John Cena is still technically a wrestler, so he's not a legend or whatever you want to call. Yeah, but so they got The Rock, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, and then, like, obviously in the crowd, they had a ton of celebrities too. Like, Macaulay Culkin was there, and he got more cheer. He got a louder cheer than any of the superstars that were there. Because like nobody knew he was there. He was just sitting there with like a hat, and it was just like pulled down, and like he was just looking down, and they were like showing people next to him. And then they got to him, they're like, and so is also here. And then he looks up and tips his hat up, and I'm like, that's fucking Macaulay Culkin. I was like, he's never out though. I was like, I don't know what he's doing there. But yeah, obviously they can't keep that up. So like it will probably fall off. Obviously I'm not invested in any of the wrestlers. Don't particularly care. I watched it. I fell asleep. If that tells you anything.
I didn't watch it, but
it wasn't the train wreck.
I watched it live.
It wasn't the train wreck that it usually is, and it was better than what it used to be. I guess they fired all the old wrestling cameramen because the Netflix people, when they came in and took over, like that shit's in 4K. The angles are better. There's, like everything is production wise is better. But again, like I don't care about Roman Reigns and all that. None of those people are people I grew up with. None of those people I've kept up with. I don't care about any of those people. So to me, I was just watching to see how it was, like, yeah, Roman Reigns won. Yay. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
You acknowledge
that makes no difference, what's me. It was fun to watch Hulk Hogan get booed and to try to rip a shirt, and he's too old to be doing that. So he
could barely walk, man.
Yeah, he was struggling. He hobbled out there with his Real American Beer shirt, and he said, what you gonna do? And then he said, he had his mic in his hand and he thought he could rip it with one hand. So he started trying to rip the shirt. He's like, what you gonna do, brother? And he goes, and then the shirt just fell down, didn't even rip. And then it had Netflix or Raw is Netflix or something on it. Like, yeah. And then he got booed out of the stadium, basically. And then he said he's never coming back. I'm like, well,
sayonara.
Yeah, but I mean, the best part was he's getting booed while he's telling the fans. He's like, "You all were the best. I've been here for 40 years, and you all were the best tag team partners I've ever had. And now WWE tag teams up with Netflix and blah blah blah." And he's like, "But it's because of you, the fans. You all are the best, the tag team champion with me." Da da da. And they're just booing the shit out of him. And it's like, yeah, this man's lost. So. But I don't know. We'll see. I would rather them do more of like the documentaries and the spin-off shows of the lost treasures and all of that, the memorabilia stuff and all the stuff from when I cared, not the stuff now. Like I just don't have an interest in any of that. So.
Did you catch where Travis Scott came out smoking that joint? And Pat look, he's burning sage.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like I said, I mean, production value. I mean, like, I don't think they can keep it up. I mean, you got months, if not years, to plan that first episode. And now it's kind of like, okay, where do you go next? So
we'll find out Monday.
I did think one thing that was rather cool. It was just kind of, it was kind of like, it was insignificant, I guess, in terms of like the show, but it's like on the little Jumbotron thing that they had up there, it was like, they let you know the matches that were going to happen to where it would be like, up next. And then they like, it reminded me of like looking at a UFC card, it's like, what you came there to see,
right.
So it's like, but like if you're sitting at home, you don't know who the next match is until the next match starts. There's no list that's telling you, but just something like that to let people know like what is upcoming, I thought was kind of neat that to my knowledge, hasn't ever been, if you turn on Raw on a Monday, you had no idea who was going to be, you might know who the main event was going to be, but like, you didn't know who the first match was going to be. You had no clue. So it was kind of neat to see that. But
well, trust me, I understand the reason for it, but they need to get rid of them ads on the ring.
Oh yeah, that awful. Was the ads that are all over the ring. They need to either be on the barrier around the outside, or they need to be on the apron part. And
not on the actual mat.
Put Raw right in the middle of the mat. But like, I don't want to see Fortnite in the middle and then Real American Beer in one corner and Prime over here. And, like, it's just, I don't know. It just looks dumb to me. And you notice they changed the whole ring color to black now?
Yep.
Instead of,
what do you call it? Got to be to make the ads pop, right?
Blue or gray or whatever, it was before. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that, but I mean, it was decent, I suppose. I mean, like I said, I'm not sitting over here waiting until next week. It was just literally something.
I didn't watch,
something new
before.
I'm not going to watch,
now.
And see how it was and go from there.
I don't think we'll be slotting in a Raw.
Yeah, we won't. We won't be doing a weekly Raw review. There's other YouTube channels out there that do that if that's what you're interested in, but not here. So
I don't know. I think it helps opens the door though to like other sporting events coming. Like they've started with
they did fight. Football?
They did the football, and football wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And then now they got this, so I think it just continues. It makes it feel like Netflix is trying to get into the live sports, where they then turn into the live TV too. And then they just completely start
I mean, I think
that's what it seems like it's going towards.
The whole thing of live more money is like, it's not, I'm not gonna say it's not scripted, but it's like you have more freedom to surprise people, I guess, whenever, you know, you do stuff like that. I mean, like sports, something's got to change about the sports. You can't just put them on Netflix and then suddenly, you know, people, you know, are interested. So, I mean, you know, you gotta do a little something. I will say their biggest thing was, you know, the whole buffering and all that stuff. And, The Rock, when he went up there, he said that if he glitched during his promo, he was going to walk up there and beat the CEO of Netflix's candy ass. And so, you know, production was good. The connection wasn't bad. Yeah, that was. So, I mean, overall, you know, it is all right. I'm not watching it weekly. You know, it's just because like you got this whole spectacle over here with like Raw being on Netflix, and then it's like, okay, come tomorrow, they have another show called SmackDown. It's like, but it's going to get no attention, you know, because it's like they literally just brought this one into Netflix, and then that one is just like, hey, there's all the rejects and, you know, everybody else over there that like it's not good enough for TV. And then then they got NXT underneath that. And they got a bunch of like minor ones to where, I mean, you got to be pissed if you're a wrestler and you're on SmackDown. Like, you know, you're not going to get the love that
work harder, chump.
Gets. So yeah, it's like, get good, bitch. You know, so.
Well, I just have three closing words for this sports on the Netflix. Dana White, please. That's what I'm closing with.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're aren't they all under the same parent company? That Tough
TKO.
Oh, TKO. I thought it was Tough Entertainment or something different. I mean, so if Netflix has the license, don't they have the license for UFC?
ESPN signed that stupid deal, so I don't know when that runs out, but they got the exclusive rights for a long time.
Oh, well, I don't know. I hope it wasn't too bad. I remember when the NFL was, well, I mean, I guess technically up until this year, last year, you literally could not get Sunday Ticket if you didn't have DirecTV.
Yeah.
And
now it's on YouTube.
Now it's YouTube TV, but the YouTube TV deal is only 3 years, I think, where the DirecTV, I mean, that's 15 years, I feel like, almost, of just you had to get it. And then so you had to get DirecTV, which was expensive already. Then to get Sunday Ticket, it was like another $349 or something that you had to your bill. And it was just nuts to be able to pay that. So I don't know. I mean, ESPN, I mean, the problem is not really where they're at. The problem with UFC is it's too damn expensive, like, for what you get.
It'll just increase. I think the more live stuff, the higher the price of Netflix will rise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so like when there was a WWE network, like, you know, you could get all the pay-per-views, all, you know, everything was all included in that monthly price that you were paying. And like with UFC, like, I mean, you pay, are they 80?
It's ungodly expensive because you got to have the $10 ESPN and then the pay-per-views are 80. So.
Yeah. So you got to pay basically $90. Yeah.
Just for one fight.
For the card. So I mean, for the
main card is 5 fights,
you know, or whatever that you get.
Shit.
Yeah. So it's like, it's like $80, and then you got to pay the 10. You got to have the bundle, you know, with the ESPN or whatever. So you're paying for that too.
And watching it.
Yeah.
Getting some wings.
So,
those are the days. Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, that's
Clarksville went out a long time ago. Let's be real.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, that's the bad part is I can't justify paying for one. Like, it's just. Especially when you're paying for something that, you know, like you could get a great fight, like the one that when Travis came down here and we watched UFC 300, that was one worth buying, but you don't know that, you know, until, you know, you watch it. But like the last UFC fight I watched, the main event ended in 37 seconds. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm so glad that I paid for this. You know, I was just like, it's over with. I was like, this is a waste of money. So like, I don't ever want to buy one again. They were cheaper.
Not that I condone R.I.P. Metstreams. Okay.
Oh, that died?
It's gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we still got Crack Streams and Stream East and Dofu and all these other ones. So, or, if you really just want to scroll through some TikTok, on the day of the UFC fights, and there's somebody over there with their phone like this in the camera sideways, and then there's the UFC fight on it, and they're over here just pretending like they don't know, and you get to see it, for free. So
remember the one dude that streamed the UFC fight, but he had his controller and it looked like he was, like he was playing the game.
Yeah, he was over there and he's like, "Oh, yeah,
it worked."
Yeah, that guy was ballsy. All right, so Nintendo Switch cartridges are being replaced with googly eyes inside of the cartridges. I don't know why the Nintendo Switch people always steal shit, but before they used to take a little permanent marker and they'd color the bottom of it. So if you look at the bottom of the case, it was black and it would look like there was a cartridge in there, but then you'd open it up and it was just colored. Well, now I guess they caught on to that and that doesn't work anymore. So now they put this googly eye thing in there. So it looks like a cartridge is in there. And then when you shake it, it makes a noise. So it really, I guess, fools people. So I don't know if they're warehouse workers that are stealing it and replacing it with that or whatever. But apparently a bunch of people are buying Switch games from multiple different stores and open it up and you got some fucking bouncing googly eye staring at you. Like, I would be pissed if you open it up. Like you just open up a Switch game. Hold on, I gotta.
I saw the picture. I said that's hilarious.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, you open up a fucking Switch game, and this is what you see inside your container.
Look at this is with the photo.
Like I would be furious. Yeah, I just typed in googly eyes on Google.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't have the actual
like a little outlining around it. It's like a plastic piece.
Yeah, but I'm just like, do you understand how furious I would be if I open that up and I got some googly eye bouncing around? I'm just like, what? Like seriously? Like nobody's gonna believe you, either. Like I mean, like you take that up to the counter and be like, there's no game in here, and somebody's gonna look at you and go, no thank you, get out of my store. Like like it's just you can't be taken seriously.
Okay, look, I don't condone this either, but go buy you a Switch game, Tyler. There's many articles about this. So take it back to Best Buy, put the googly eye in it, keep your game, take it back, get your money back.
Well, that's the crazy part is like they're sealed, so it's like I don't know how they're doing it. Like I don't know how
be in the warehouse.
That's what I said. Like I don't know how the games are coming sealed, and that sense it used to confuse the shit out of me. How when disc games, when they would click onto the thing, like in order to get that disc off, you had to press in the middle and pull the disc off. But then like we'd get brand new games, and like you go like this, and the disc is just flopping around in there. And I'm like, how did this happen? Like this, I don't understand how something is clicked into place, shrink wrapped, and now it's fucking off. Like I don't know how that occurs, but I guess the criminals are a little bit smarter than we give them credit for sometimes. So Microsoft, I found this article and I found it so hilarious that I figured that we'd have to talk about it. Is Microsoft says that AI will lead to job loss. They're referring to like not all video games and like just computer things, but like the simpler things that basically we can replace you peasants and put in robots and we don't need you anymore. And then they followed it up by saying it would lead to job loss, and they said we'll invest $80 billion in that. So if that's not a big fuck you, we don't need you anymore. I don't know what is. But 80 billion into AI is insane. I mean, I guess if you're Microsoft, it's probably like ordering a Happy Meal, but that's just seems like an insane amount of money to go into AI. But the question is, when do you think we'll get to a point where AI will like just kind of take over and be the norm, I guess, to where instead of us sitting here and worrying about when the world's going to get taken over by robots, we're just there. And, you know,
it only took a little over 3 weeks when Skynet went live. So,
yeah, I mean,
it's coming.
I think
2030 is my estimate, is when
2030
when it really, well, not necessarily Judgment Day, but hopefully not. More or less like when it's more developed, where it's more like accessible, because it's already accessible. But I think when
AI becomes something that makes people lazier, and not when it's something that's a threat to people, then people are going to be okay with it. You know, because like, let's just say
2030 might be early.
Well, I will say, let's just say 15 years ago, like, to be like just safe, like we weren't door dashing everything and, you know, using Uber and, like, you know, having groceries delivered, and, you know, like all of these things weren't a thing. But then, you know, now people are like, hey, this makes my life easier. I can be lazier. You know, I'm okay with it, you know. But then you got, you know, those are the same people that are like, I can't download TikTok because it's owned by the Chinese company. But I'm like, did you read the DoorDash terms of service? Like, you could be citing your life away, and you're like, well, fucking Taco Bell, you know. Like, I mean, it's just they
fourth meal, bro.
That's what I said. Is like, when people, you know, when people look at it as a convenience and not a threat, I guess, you know, like,
definitely a good way to put it.
It's okay, you know, then. And, you know, I guess I just guess that, you know, growing up and scrolling through all these terms of service that I don't read a word of and accepting them, like, I've just kind of gotten to the point where, like, they can put whatever they want in there. If I want to do something, I'm going to click accept, you know. Like, I just, you know, I'm not reading 19 pages of fine print that might say that you're going to steal my information after 5 years if I play this game. I'm probably just going to scroll to the end and press accept, you know. Like, that's just, but I will. But then, see, at the same time I'll do that, when I get the spam calls from, like, the telemarketers that are trying to get my voice or whatever, where they're like, hello. And I'm like, hello. And, you know, they're like, are you there? I'm like, can you hear me? You know, like, I won't tell them yes, because then I'm like, they can't use my yes to confirm anything. So I just sit there and I'm like, can you hear me? And they're like, is this so-and-so? I'm like, I don't know. You called me. And I was just like, is that who it is? And, you know, I try to keep myself safe, you know.
Oh, I'm not safe. They probably hack all my shit. Good luck having my credit. Assholes.
Yeah. But then, you know, then I get on Facebook and it's like, let's have full access to, you know, your photos, videos, contacts, and everything. I'm like, sure, fuck it. All I need to do is upload a meme. Sure, take access to all of it. Like, you know, no big deal. So yeah, I don't know. Guess it depends on what it is, but I think 2030, that's not that far. I don't
honestly
think I don't think
that we're 2025.
Yeah,
I think we're way more than that.
We're that
doing the math. I'm
like, so
yeah, it's definitely more years than that.
But I mean, to be real, like, I don't want to get killed by a bunch of gang of robots or nothing, but, like, I mean, if they could fold these clothes,
way to go.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Like, man, it's okay. You know, like, I mean, I've got shit for them to do, you know, if they make it to where it's accessible. If they want, you know, they start making them to where they're, you know, you can order them, then you can have them in your house. Like, I'll put them to work, you know. So I'm not.
And that's how you die by a gang of robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, AI has, like, I mean, I think the new graphics cards just got announced for, like, gaming PCs. And people were, like, bitching and complaining about the not like the performance of it, but, like, so, like, the top tier gaming or graphics cards are, like, over $1,000 if you want, like, the ones that are out now. Well, like, the newer ones implement AI, so they don't have as fancy of parts inside of them, but they use AI technology to, like, somehow compensate for it and make it better. But it also only makes them $550 instead of like $1,800 whenever you want, the top tier one. But everybody is like,
Crazy.
sitting over here and being like, oh, well, it's not raw performance, it's AI and da da da. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's just like, why do you really care? Like, if you're sitting over here and you're playing your new favorite game and you're like, oh my God, I'm only getting 300 frames because of AI, not because of the raw technology. Shut the fuck up. Like, who cares? I mean, like, why does it matter? Like, you also spent a third of the price, so be happy and move on. Like, I don't understand people's complaints whenever it comes to some of those things. So, and I'd be cool, like I did see a Tesla the other day that, apparently that little, whatever they call it, autopilot system or whatever, some dude in a bike rode across the street and Tesla reacted to it, swerved into the other lane and hit somebody head on. And I'm like, and that's why you don't have people drive your car. I was like, we've not progressed to the point to where we can differentiate from somebody getting in your way and why we don't swerve into oncoming traffic. Like,
right.
Can you imagine just telling somebody, being like, yeah, my car can drive itself. We could just take a nap. Like, it'd be great. And then you wake up with a fucking airbag in your face because it swerved into oncoming traffic to avoid a bike. Like, that's just, I wonder how insurance handles that.
Oh, it's probably a one and done.
No, I'm saying, like, I mean, I wonder how insurance handles that. Like, who's at fault if you put your car in autopilot or whatever the hell it's called, and it's
Musk's fault. That's what
Tesla would have to be,
and it just rams into somebody. Like, I mean, can't.
It's part of that warranty part that you're just like, you skip. You're just like, I don't care.
You skip that.
I want to do my meme, dude.
Yeah, you scroll through the terms of service and be like, if you put your car in autopilot and it's something, it's your responsibility. It's like, fuck it, it's a Tesla. Sign me up.
It's fucking cool, man.
I can make my horn a fart. All right, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll never own one of those. Like, I love technology, but like inside, like, I don't need my car to turn into a fucking transformer and do things that it's not meant to do. So,
but it would be fucking cool.
Yeah, well, there's lots of things that are fun that have lifelong consequences to them. So, all right. So this will be the last time that we record on StreamYard this way. We are going to attempt to change it to a different format and do things a little bit different. It will also make it to where we can do a lot of different things that we can't quite do now because it's just whatever the website allows us to do. Like, yeah, we can do the little presentations of different websites and all this, but hopefully it gets to a point to where when any of us bring up anything on our screen, keep this in mind, by the way, that when we bring up anything on our screen, it will show on the recording. So that means,
what do you think I'm out here doing?
Yeah, I don't, search histories pop up when you search for things. That's all I'm trying to say. So, but hopefully we'll be able to record, be able to do different things, and make things a lot easier than the way that we've been doing it. And I thought there was something else, but I can't remember what it was now.
Hey, can somebody please get me? Me and Jake both are living in the intro of Red Dead, and we have been for like 5 days. I need the snow and ice to go away. Away. I want to leave my house.
Hey, it's right now. It may look, all nice and sunny and all this, but like I said, you all think that where you're at, like what you all are going through is bad. And like, I'm not saying that it's not, like somebody should have fucking plowed the streets, but around here,
no comment.
We don't prepare for these kind of things down here. So we just let them happen. So everybody knows there's a snowstorm coming, and I guarantee you tomorrow I could show you all a picture to where It looks like the intro of Red Dead, as you said, and it's going to be like that till it melts, because they don't salt the roads. They don't plow them. They don't do anything. They're just like, hey, it happens. Let Mother Nature take its course. So I may be snowed in with some kids and this damn thing back here. So
he's so cute.
Yeah,
it's being good though.
Yeah,
Wake up, boy.
Girl. Yeah, such a good girl. Yeah, that'd be real scary. I just wake it up like I'm barking like a dog. All right, well, we're back to doing weekly episodes now. We've had our short little holiday break and
back in the fold.
Yep. So we're back to every week on Monday. And yeah, I don't know. We'll get back into all the things we're doing before. I don't know. We'll possibly have try to think of another giveaway to do, or things to add into the future episodes. So if you haven't already, go to our YouTube channel and like, comment, subscribe to the videos. Travis has we don't really have like an official TikTok, but he's got stuff on his TikTok of different stuff.
That Red Dead one blew up last night.
Oh yeah, the Astrobot one did too. So
yeah, that one blew up too.
But yeah, so he's got stuff on his. I need to start making them and put them on one as well. But yeah, send it to all your friends, and I don't even know how many people we have listening anymore. I kind of lost track with everything else that was going on, but we're trying to help it continue to grow, and maybe one day we can become famous. We don't know. So, all right. Well, until next time, goodbye.
Now hold up, Jake. Turn the on-air sign off.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, it's brighter. It's brighter.
There we go. Bye.
Operator air.
Yeah. God bless.